Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching us from. My name is Mr. Braindeck from Braindeck Academia. It's so great being with you all this beautiful day. Please, before we go into the topic for today, please just remember to press the subscribe button if you have not yet subscribed to our channel. Hit the like button, please, to so that you can help the algorithm to share our content, and also comment your questions. Please, I promise to attend to those questions as much as you drop them in our comment section. So thank you. So let's just go straight into today's topic. So in our last class we did we spoke about the addition and subtraction of various terms, and I said addition and subtraction of terms is only possible if those terms are like terms. But this statement will be different for multiplication. Whenever you're multiplying terms, multiplication of terms can be done whether the terms are liked or unliked. For instance, if I have x times y, x times y, x and y are not regarded as like terms because they're two different things, but it's possible for me to multiply them because x times y is the same thing as xy. I tell students that whenever you see two different terms written together, whether a number and a variable or different variable written together, there is always an invisible multiplication sign keeping them together. So xy is equivalent to x times y. So it's just like if I have 2x times 3y. 2x times 3y is just saying the number multiply the number. I can use this number to multiply this number. So 2 times 3 is 6. Then the variable multiplying the variable will give me what? Xy. So 2x times 3y is 6xy. So let's say you are multiplying like terms. Let's say you have 2x bracket minus 2x. 2x bracket minus 2x is the same thing as 2 times 2, the number, this 2 times this 2. 2 times 2 will give me what? A 4. So that is 4. But remember that there is a negative here, so it should be plus times negative, so it should be minus 4. My bad. Let me clean that. It is 2 times minus 2, not 2 times 2. 2 times minus 2 is minus 4. So that is a negative 4. Then x times x will give me x raised to the power of 2, meaning x two times. That is x times x. That is x raised to the power of what? 2. The multiples of x twice. 2x times x is x raised to the power of 2. So 2 times minus 2, as I said initially, is minus 4. Then x times x is x raised to the power of 2. So that is just the basic knowledge when it comes to the multiplication of what? Of terms. As I said, multiplication of terms is possible whether they are like terms or unlike terms. So now, what I really want us to discuss about really today is more on simplification of algebra expression. Now, I said algebra expression. Now, I'm sure that for some of you that algebra is not, that you are not a stranger to algebra, you would have heard your teacher or your tutor mention maybe algebra expression, and sometimes they'll say algebra equation. So how do you differentiate between an algebra expression and an algebra equation? We have an algebra expression. We have an algebra expression, and we also have an algebra equation. So what makes an algebra expression different from an algebra equation? Simple. An algebra expression is just the combination of different terms with the help of what? An algebra operation without the presence of an equal to. An algebra expression is just, as the word implies, expression. For example, an expression can be something like this: 2x plus 4x plus 5. This is an expression. An expression can also be something like this, maybe 2x squared plus 5x plus what? 3. This is an expression. Now, for an expression has it's just the combination of various terms with the assistance of some algebra operations like addition, subtraction, division, but it only have a side. You understand? But for equation, an equation have two sides to it. An equation has two sides to it. That means you have the right hand side and the left hand side. An equation can be something like this, maybe 2x plus 4x equal to, let's say, 5. Now there are two sides to this. We have the left hand side and the right hand side. Whenever you have an algebraic question that has two sides, left hand side, and that is, it's regarded as an algebraic equation because of the presence of the equal to sign. Do you get that? Yeah. So you can also have something like this: x squared plus 2x plus 3 equal to 0. Once there is the presence of what is 0, once there is the presence of the equal to sign, whereby making the equation to be two-sided, you regard it as an algebraic equation. So, but what I want to teach us today is how to simplify algebra expressions. So simplification of algebra expressions. So let's call it simplification. So I'm sure simplification, we all know what simplification is, but for the benefit of those that don't understand what simplification means, to simplify just means to solve to the lowest point whereby there is literally nothing that can be done to that question. Do you get that? Literally, there's nothing that can be done to the question. So let's say, for instance, we are given an algebraic expression like, let's say, 5x plus 3y minus 2x minus y plus 4. And they ask us to simplify this expression. Now, as I said, there are things that we call like terms and there are things that we call unlike terms. There are like terms and there are unlike terms. There are like terms and unlike terms. So whenever you are simplifying an algebraic expression, the first thing you need to do is to identify the like terms. Now, looking at this expression, I can see that I have x with this 5 and I have x with this 2x. With this 2 here. So this 5x and this 2x are like terms because what they have in common is the x. Now, here I have y here and I have y here. So it means that 3y and minus y are what? Like terms. But the unlike terms here, the one that is not even similar to any of it at all is the what? The 4. So whenever you have a question like this, the first thing you need to do is to what? To rearrange the question. You need to rearrange it whereby you bring the like terms closer to themselves so that you can carry out any algebraic operation that they both have. So let's say, for instance, looking at this now, I already have a question. So I rearrange this. This will now be 5x minus the 2x. Okay, let me use the color I used to tick it. So it will be 5x minus, remember, you can see that I am picking the number with their sign. So it's minus 2x. I'm just rearranging it. Then plus 3y. Okay, let me use a green marker for that because I ticked it with green. Then plus 3y. Then minus what? Minus y. Plus 3y minus y, they are like terms. Then the plus 4 can just stay on its own because it doesn't have anything similar with. So now 5x minus 3x here will give me what? 5x minus 2x rather will give me 3x. Then plus 3y minus y will give me plus 2y. Then the plus 4. Now looking at this now, is there anything, okay, before I even conclude, is there anything we can do? Can we do anything here on this particular expression? Can we do anything on this particular expression? If you say yes, you'll be wrong. But if you say no, you would have been right. Because no, there is literally nothing we can do here again because this expression do not have anything in common. There are no like terms present in the expression. So at this point, we leave it and we call this our answer. Remember, if you have any question, please don't forget to drop your question as our comment section and I promise to attend to them. Alright, so let's move on. Let's do some more questions. Okay, so let's